Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Self-Love Sunday Live. So I am back again this week. And before we go into the chat today, I just wanted to let you know that if you are on this self-love path, then you can download my free guide, 5 Simple Steps to Create a Life You Love. And that will really get you onto this path and start your journey. So if you're really into wanting to love yourself more and create a life that is full of love, if you have been feeling unloved and unworthy and unvalued, then I would definitely recommend you download my guide, because it really has helped me and it's helped lots of other women too, to really just step onto this path of self-love and to create a life that you love. And that does take courage and strength, and I really think that many of us want to do this for ourselves. So if you're watching this, it's probably like you want to do it for yourself. So I really encourage you to download that. So I see some of you joining in now. Thank you so much for coming. And today what I'm going to be talking about is creating a new normal. And I think for myself, I have had to create a new normal for myself. Hi ladies again for coming in as well. I've had to create a new normal for myself, and I think that more of us need to do this so that we can live our lives truly and authentically, and remain in our truth and follow our soul's journey rather than the expectations of society. So just going from a personal experience and kind of what I've experienced, I wanted to share that with you too. So I feel like when I separated from my ex, it was a big step to do that. And if I'm really honest, I didn't know anyone who had really separated from their partner. Or if I did, they probably didn't have kids. Or if I knew anyone who'd done it, they were kind of living a very small life. I would say that they were almost hiding themselves from the world, and not really being themselves and being open and being able to express themselves. So Rupal, Umar, Pooja, thanks for joining in. Really great to see you. Hope you're having a good start to your Sunday. So I didn't really see anyone who was in the position that I was gonna be in and put myself into. So I had to really create a new path, a new identity, which had not been in my family circle. It had not been in my ancestral circle. Marriage was everything, and stepping out of that place was so foreign. It was so different to take that step. And if you did take that step, so for the women that I'd seen around me that had taken that step, there was a lot of shame and stigma around it. And I just remember thinking, that is not going to be me. If I'm going to take this step, I'm going to own it. I'm going to be brave, and I'm just going to be myself openly, authentically, and truly, and speak up for myself. And thank you, Ekvar, as well, coming in. And I think I'm not going to hide myself. I have nothing to be ashamed of. Thanks, Naja, for coming in. I just want to be myself. And if I am going to take the step of separating, going down the road of divorce, I'm going to do it with my head held high, because I have nothing to be ashamed of. And at the same time as doing that, I want to help others to do that too. And I want to voice and express myself. So I think creating that new normal for myself and stepping onto this path has been scary, really scary. It's taken a lot of inner work to overcome my own fears around it and my own judgments actually around it. And I just feel it has been the bravest thing I've ever had to do. But I really feel taking that step, I've really become more myself. I'm honoring myself. Sorry, Naja, I think you're saying you want to you want to join in the video. So this video is just me chatting to you guys. And maybe at some point I will do one where we can get everybody into the video as well. Or maybe can you DM me and let me know what you want to chat about, and we can do a live together. But thank you for your request. So I think there's loads of things that I learned about myself, and I really had to like step onto this path of creating a new normal. And I really believe that if I can do it, you can do it too. And I really think that, like, I want to see in this world, I want to see more people who don't have it all. Like, I think the expectation for us all to have it all is so ridiculous. And I also think that, there's this whole new phrase that's coming around now that if you can't have it all, you can have it all, but maybe not right now. And I think that you really have to understand that you don't need to have it all. And in fact, I want to see the people who don't have it all. I want to see the women who don't have a husband, who perhaps are divorced, the women who haven't chosen to get married and have kids, or the women who have had just one kid and not 2 and 3. Or I want to see the people who don't have an amazing, successful career. I want to see the women who don't have it all and are proud to be that, and to really step into a place of self-worth, of knowing that you are still worthy, even if you don't have everything that society expects of you, that you are still worthy of love. You are so worthy of love, and you are worthy of being here in this world, of living and breathing and staying on your path and staying on your truth to who you are. Like, you are so worthy. Ekva's saying, become stronger and have strength you never knew you had. That's amazing. Yeah, I think that's definitely it. Like, when you step onto a new path, it takes strength and it takes courage, and you really have to be brave. And it's amazing that you have done that for yourself. And I really want to, like, I'm really not about numbers of trying to grow like my following loads, but what I do want is I want to be around people like you, Ekva, people who have stepped onto this path, and not only people who have stepped onto creating a new path for themselves, but people who want to do it, and people who, okay, they might feel a little bit scared about doing it, but there's like a little fire burning inside them because they really want to create a new narrative for themselves, not only for themselves, but perhaps for their children, or perhaps for their friends or society and the people around them. I want to be around people like that. And to be honest, there's not a lot of people like that. There's not a lot of people out there who are not striving to have it all, right? We're all striving to have it all. But those people who have let go and are slowing down and coming into their truth and being authentic to who they are, there's not a lot of us. So I'm glad that the people who are joining here are on it. So Pooja's saying, so true, Jaina. I think we live in a society of certain expectations and going by certain timelines, definitely, which then leads to comparisons, definitely. Having it all doesn't also bring all the happiness. It really doesn't. In fact, the people who I do see who kind of live like they have it all are probably the ones who are struggling with their happiness, actually. Because I really feel like it's in the process of letting go and of surrendering and releasing that you can actually allow yourself to be open, to feel the joy and the happiness of just existing, that we don't need to be on this marathon of trying to have everything, because that just creates so much like pressure. It's so much pressure. And then to maintain it, oh my God, and then to maintain it, that is pressure. And you know, what is that doing for the next generation? Like, when we're living our lives like that, and what are we showing them? Do they need to have all this external outside stuff, or can they just simply be living? Like, that is like, takes a lot of courage to get into that place in that zone. And it's not going to happen like overnight. So I also wanted to, kind of give you like an example. Like, I was chatting to a friend the other day, and she was telling me about her cousin who is married, but they are separated, as in they live separately, basically, and they have a daughter who they look after, and you know, they take it in turns to look after her. but they do like family holidays together, and they do like family things together, and they'll go out and do things, but they actually like live on their own. And I've never really come across a couple like that before, and my friend was telling me about them, and I was like, that is like also like a new normal. Like, you don't hear that a lot, and I think it's so brave for them to do that. And obviously I also think like there is a financial aspect to that they can afford to do that. They can afford to live separately, but they're kind of retaining themselves and like their sense of independence, and being able to do things for themselves. And my friend was saying like how happy they are. Like, they're so happy, and they're so functional. Like, they're so functional. Because often I see like families who have it all and they're so dysfunctional. So I really feel like, yeah, sometimes you need to like step onto a different path that works for you, and to just own that. And it can look like it can look completely different to what's around you. And I think that's where, like, I kind of struggled, because the people like I was around, like some of my family and extended family, like there was no woman that was on her own. Like, there was no one. It was, you were just with a husband. So it was really hard to like step out of that. But I'm so like proud of myself for doing that. And creating like this new path for myself. I definitely feel a lot closer to myself. I feel like I love myself more, and I'm honoring my truth more. And I can really feel strong in that. I feel really strong in that. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. And I feel like I've just really just babbled away and talked a lot there. But it was really good to share that information with you. And I hope that in some way that it can inspire you to step onto your own path, and to create a path for yourself that looks completely different to anyone around you. But you're honoring yourself and your truth, and knowing that is so, so valuable, and that is such a great act of self-love. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the talk today, and thank you so many of you for joining in. I will be live again next Sunday at 9 a.m. If you want to join my live, let me know. So obviously I know I've had a couple of requests from some of you to come into the live today, but because I wasn't planning on having people in the live, I can't really let you in. But if you would like to join my live and talk about some of these issues, I would love to have you in this space. So do let me know. Also, if you received my email yesterday, I'm putting out something so amazing. If you didn't receive my email yesterday, can you DM me? Just message me with the word love and I'll send you all the details. But it's something really exciting that I'm working on, and it's really going to take your self-love into a new vibration. It'll also give you the opportunity to meet me. And I really feel like what I put out here on my lives and on my posts and stuff is just like a small part of me. Like, I feel like I have really stepped onto this path, and I'm vibrating at a space of a higher energy that I have ever done before in the past. I've really come into the space of my heart, and I really feel like I've been able to connect to self-love, especially from actually doing these self-love talks. Actually, I think I've really learned a lot more about love as well myself. And I feel like if you really want to experience that energy too, we're restricted by the screen here. It would be great to meet you in person and to really just vibrate together at that space. And I really want to share this energy. Like, I have so much energy to share, and I really want to do that with you. So let me know if you want to know more details about that, and just getting in touch and just staying on this path, and remembering, once again, I'll just remind you that I am not about having loads of people following me or in this live or anything like that. I really just want the people who want to really work on themselves and to step into a place of love. So I really hope that you can stick with me here and stay on this path. And I know there's a couple of you who've joined in now, and you might have missed most of the session today, but I am going to post it onto my profile page. It'll also be on YouTube. So you can catch it there. But otherwise, I wish you all a really, really good Sunday, and I will speak to you all next week. Take care. Bye.